NCRP Productions proudly presents Mörk Borg, Pirate Borg, Rosae Osculum. Episode 17, A Light Hits the Gloom on the Gray.
Welcome back. My name is Mike, and this session we are playing Mörk Borg, the pitch black metal apocalyptic RPG. Let's go around and meet our survivors, starting with you.
Hey, this is Barry. I am running Blevitt, the Fanged Deserter.
Hey everybody, it's Pedro. I am running Bartolomew Bilge, the Buccaneer.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you come in. Jesus Christ. I'm John. And I'll be playing George Clooney, the Cursed Skinwalker. And just for the fans out there, what up, gamers?
We don't have any fans anymore.
They all quit. Yeah. They're actually taking money out of the Patreon.
They're billing us.
Yeah, they're billing us.
We're the only company that's being billed on the Patreon.
Who are you?
Are you wondering why I'm just staring at you? It's because you haven't introduced yourself.
You guys are all just funny. Hi, it's Sequoia, and I'm running Cod Silverington XVII, the rapscallion with syphilis.
When did you get syphilis?
I've had it.
He's had syphilis the whole time.
It's just showing now?
It was actually a pretty big reveal that all of the scabs were syphilis.
Yeah.
I think it was like
I don't have those used tissues for nothing.
Yeah. All the used tissues that he keeps handing you guys.
I've been talking about them for a while.
Right, those have been a thing. Are those covered with, like, syphilis pus?
Lots of sebaceous fluids.
Ew, sebaceous.
All right, and we are back in the Mörk Borg world again.
Yup.
All right. So, let's go over just a little recap of what happened last time. I gotta say, everyone, last time was a hell of a ride. I really enjoyed it. So, last time we began with Blevitt and Bart down in the Hold/Shrine to the Ocean's X movies. While Cod and George Clooney were being attacked by a beloved friend up on the deck. Cod cried, while Blevitt broke some fingers, Bart scratched at a wall, and George Clooney unnecessarily healed himself like 10 fucking times.
It's automatic.
Cod eventually brained a donkey with a White Claw can.
Hell you. You're welcome.
George Clooney then removed the face of his old friend and jammed it onto his own face. He then pulled out a small vial of liquid, thinking that this would be able to resurrect his friend, the now faceless donkey. He poured it onto the donkey's skull. He then watched this green liquid melt straight through the donkey's skull, through the deck, and through the rest of the ship.
Now, you did never cover, did that heal the donkey?
It did not.
No.
I'll mark it down, John.
No, thank you.
Not.
George Clooney then pushed the donkey's body over the hole and kind of did like a shushing motion over to Blevitt. Blevitt then climbed down the ladder to go fix that problem, where he jammed his now broken fingers into the hole.
Well done.
Bart took the helm, and in order to make it seem like he was going faster, he made motor noises with his mouth. Cod convinced George Clooney to wear a perfectly normal leash and dragged him along using sugar cubes.
It had my name on it, the collar.
Yeah.
So.
You then reached this meat island, and you entered into the town of Silverington, where you saw a carriage that was being pulled by giant lizards. Here we met a man who is not entirely unlike Cod, and yet dressed in pastel colors. We learned that this was Cod's father.
Daddy.
Papa.
Papa.
We watched Cod give his father the leash, and then we watched George Clooney get pushed into the carriage, where we met the rest of Cod's family. His mother, Codette, and his grandmother, Mother Rind.
The fact that I'm smiling ear to ear probably doesn't translate onto Mike.
Absolutely not. No.
It's the little tittering in the distance.
The carriage quickly dashed up toward the meat castle. And Blevitt and Bart had to hoof it as quickly as they could up toward the gate. As the bone gate was starting to close, you ran into a large man with a very soft voice, who told you that you were not allowed to be there. You tried to correct him. Blevitt tried to fight him. Bart tried to stop him from doing that, and then Blevitt ran past him. He took a couple of shots at you guys, and then he sicked a bunch of skeletal slavish things at you that were all chained together. You quickly ended them by using the chalice to pour 15 gallons of water behind you.
That was pretty good.
Slip and slide.
Yep, they all jumped on top of that to start drinking the water, and then you threw a bear trap at the other line of them, which...
That was a little bit meaner.
You've been carrying that bear trap
Yeah, the
around
whole
since
time.
like session 1.
Yeah.
And,
Finally used it.
that clamped down onto one of them, and the smell of blood sent the rest of them into a frenzy, and they started eating that one alive. So that was fun. As you then approached the carriage screaming for help from Cod and his family, they all covered their face as they walked by you, pretending that they didn't know who you were, including your new friend Cod. Except for Mother Rind. As this large, soft-voiced man approached, Mother Rind leaned in to his ear, whispered into it, and then his ear exploded into blood, and he dropped down to the ground. You were then given a beautiful tour of the grounds. At some point, George Clooney lost the feed bag full of cookies that he had strapped to his face.
I'd had enough.
Walking around the grounds, you saw that there were these strange, clear plastic tubes all over the place. They seemed to lead up and down and underground and up and behind the castle.
I thought you were going to keep the rhyming scheme going.
No.
Ah.
Then you saw these gaunt skeletal creatures pouring just buckets and buckets of, like, old Funyuns and pork rinds and like expired sodas and things like that into these tubes. And this is where we learned that apparently this was going to be George Clooney's new home.
Yeah.
We then went up and over the hill to see this disgusting, huge pit, 150 foot across, made of meat, where apparently the miners mine for some strange, disgusting, gray meat. And at that point, some guards approached, carrying manacles, and right next to you, George Clooney, in one of the green tubes, you saw, with pleading eyes, your old friend, Brad Pitt. And this is where we are now.
What's with the manacles? I don't think we'll be needing those.
Oh, you all wear those. That's part of being a slave.
Oh, okay.
Was that the agreement? The deal here? I thought that.
I don't actually remember signing up for slavery.
Yeah, I don't think we signed
Papa,
anything.
can they say no?
Yeah, if it's an option, we'd rather really not be.
Yes, I would rather not be a slave in the mine.
We've been having a splendid time with you. I could be ashamed to ruin it.
So looking around, you see that your father isn't actually around you, but you do hear above you that he is leaning out of a window as he appears to just be like, he's like throwing money out of the window and laughing maniacally while watching people like work.
Oh, silly Papa.
And he goes,
Oh, well, no, of course they have to be slaves.
Yeah, you can't say no. Sorry, guys.
Oh, well, I mean, we are on their land, but I'm going to have to say no.
I'm afraid we must insist.
Yeah.
God.
Let me show you.
Oh, do
the-
not worry, Mr. Clooney. You are not a slave. You just have
Oh,
to live
no,
in the
no, no,
tubes.
no. Yeah, you're in the tubes.
I live in the tubes with. I see an old friend over there. One moment. I'd like to ask how he's enjoying his time here. And I run. I just bolt over towards the tube.
I mean, it's not that far away.
I
yeah.
go over to the tube and I bang on it like I'm a kid at an aquarium. And I go, Brad! It's so good to see you.
Yeah, and as you're doing that, much like a person stuck inside of a big plastic tube that's being banged on, he kind of covers his ears and and flinches like it's incredibly loud, and like he looks at you pleadingly and shakes his head back and forth and looks like he's shouting, "Run!"
Do you like it here?
I'm looking over there. Can I tell he's shouting? Like, does it look like he's shouting "Run" to me as well?
Or does it look like he's
I'll
shouting
make a
fun?
roll.
I would like the two of you to make presence tests.
Yes.
No, not you, George. No, since you're asking this stupid question, you don't get to make it.
21.
A 21?
Nat one.
A nat one?
Pretty sure he's saying fun.
Absolutely,
so much
Blevitt.
fun.
This is a water slide that he's in. This place looks fucking rad.
I can see the possible benefits, although again, slavery.
Okay, that man seems to be saying "run, Mr. Blevitt."
I'm not certain that's true, but okay. Captain, if you say so.
Before this gets fussy, allow me to show you the amenities of the pit.
Could you show us the pit with, without the manacles? If we say, we'll get them later, like.
Yeah, you will get them later. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so we can. Well, I guess then.
Try it out, as it were.
Yeah, I guess we have. That's kind of the best choice we have right now.
We'll let them get accustomed for a moment, with the barrier between them. When we added Miss Bullock, there was kind of a spat between her and Julia Roberts.
Miss whom?
Sandra's here?
We've got everyone.
That does sound nice. Brad!
Sort of sounds like a collection, George.
It does sound a bit like a collection.
You can see that he is pulling himself along just on like two arms, almost as if like his back, it's like his legs are broken, toward the piles of food.
I don't remember him being in misery.
Now, when we were on set, we played a lot of pranks. I would hate to be taken in by one of Brad's classic
This is true,
pranks.
and he was yelling fun.
I think he was saying run, but I guess I could be wrong too.
I'm uncertain.
It doesn't look like he's having much fun, and he's a fine actor.
No, but I mean, if he is acting and showing off to you a prank, as it were, not allowing you into the fun water slide or the fun water slide, why, that would be a prank.
I bang on the tube again.
Okay, you start banging on one of the tubes.
Yes.
You then see that this is the green tube that you're banging on. You then see that one of the pink tubes nearby starts shaking, like quite a bit.
Oh. Let's look at that pink tube. What, Cod? What's going on over here?
Oh, the feeding time is always very fun to watch.
Oh.
Who is in the pink tube?
And you'll notice that some of the larger guard slaves have come over to look a little closer.
Ooh.
And actually, yeah, a bunch of even like the smaller slaves are kind of like peeking out over the pits.
Well, I do love a show.
I guess it's showtime. Well, I guess being a worker here, I'm gonna call it a worker. That seems nicer to me. Is a show with dinner?
I was wondering that myself.
And
Dinner
the-
in a show does sound, a little
Selling
like
point.
what we would do.
It's much better than the situations that we've been in. to be
I
fair.
honestly, yeah.
The more
Weighing
brutal
slavery and
miners,
dinner in a show.
they do get more time with the tubes.
Oh.
Oh, interesting.
And so as you're all having this conversation and watching this, you can hear from up above you,
Oh, wonderful. I love feeding time.
and you see this pink tube shaking, and you can see this like kind of a mass of like arms and limbs like pulling hair, ripping each other back, and you notice that this appears to be three people who are trying to get in front of each other in this like 4-foot diameter tube.
Oh my god. Okay.
The first one that you're noticing, grabbing another person like by the mouth and by the eye socket, you notice that this is Oprah Winfrey. And the
I
person,
believe I would have dibs on the win.
the person that she is holding by the face is Matt Damon.
Oh my
Matt.
word, that's Matt Damon.
And Matt Damon,
He has no chance against Oprah.
So I think he's gonna lose.
Matt Damon is being held by the knees and punched in the groin by Topher Grace.
Don't, Mr. Grace.
Played himself
Yes.
in Ocean's 11.
And
So
you can see
Topher and Oprah working together. So I wonder why Matt is being double teamed.
The Oceans do make alliances, and they break up here and there. It's very fascinating.
They may have noticed that he's an incredibly powerful man.
He certainly is.
I'm starting to think that they aren't having a good time here. And that maybe, Cod, you haven't misled us in some way.
I can assure you that the Ocean's crew are treated with the utmost respect and given enrichment opportunities often. They're very well kept for.
Enrichment was a term that was used in zoos that allowed intelligent creatures to enjoy collecting their food. So I think that there is care involved in that, and some thinking as well.
So technically speaking, that is enrichment.
There's nearly an acre of tubage within the Flesh Mountain.
A flesh mountain, okay.
It's called Flesh Mountain.
Well, it is a Flesh Mountain. It's called Silverington.
Okay, I believe we should go with that.
Yeah, well, I guess, unless you wish to speak to some old friends again, we can continue the tour, I suppose.
They don't seem incredibly interested in speaking with me, unfortunately.
They seem incredibly interested in, well, two of them in destroying Matt.
Yeah, the food is pretty good.
Have
You had
you-
some of these cookies.
George, have you worked with Matt before?
Of course, he was in Ocean's 11.
Maybe possibly you could get him to let us know his feelings.
I'll ask Matt. I bang on the pink tube now.
Oh, allow me. I'll pull a laser pointer from my pocket.
Stupendous.
Try to
a laser pointer.
avoid the eyes.
Yes. Oh, I take it. I have a laser pointer in my hand.
You don't have hands.
Oh, yeah.
In your mind, you went to reach for it.
I have phantom limb trying to reach for the fucking thing. I ask you to put it in. I open my mouth, ready to accept the laser pointer so I can hold
I'll
it.
line it up so the button is underneath your top teeth.
Stupendous. I bite down the laser pointer and shine it in an attempt to get Matt's attention.
George, there is possibly a flaw in your work there.
What's up, Blevitt?
I don't know if you're going to be able to speak with him and maintain control of the laser pointer.
I'm a skilled thespian, and I always speak with perfect diction.
Very good. Pray continue, please.
Do I successfully gain the attention of good Matt?
I mean, he's currently, his face is being chewed on by Oprah Winfrey at
I'll
the
attempt
moment.
to shine the laser pointer into Oprah Winfrey's eyeball.
Okay, yeah, make a presence test. Let's see if you can do that.
I'm gonna attempt this. Here we go. That's an 8.
No, you do not manage to do that. And in fact, I think you trip a little bit and you start to choke on the laser pointer.
Okay. I'm.
So I'll unless somebody else does it, I'll run over and give the Heimlich.
Wouldn't it be better, Bartholomew, just to pull the laser pointer from
Oh,
his
is
mouth?
it just farther back?
I mean, yeah,
Can I see it?
he started to swallow it.
So
but
I'll
yeah.
put my disgusting hands on your mouth. Say, "What's over, Mr. Clooney?" And then I will reach in and pull it out with my webbed, clawed, disgustingly slimy fingers and pull it out.
Thank you, Captain.
You're welcome, Mr. Clooney.
I think I have come to the conclusion that they are not having fun in those tubes. Now, is it more fun in the pit?
The green tube, you mean?
No, the pit where the workers are.
Ah,
I
not
turned to
Brad's
look.
pit.
Yeah, I turned to look at the pit.
You turn to look at the pic. I would like you to make a presence test.
Okay. 7.
A 7?
Yeah.
I would like everybody else to make a presence test too.
Ooh.
This could be fun.
I got an 11. Damn it.
11. Yeah, I got an 11 as well.
Ooh, I have an omen.
Oh yeah.
16.
Nice.
A 16? So, what you see, Blevitt, is a woman that you have seen before. She has big, bushy, blonde curly hair. She's holding 2 knitting needles in one hand, and she's holding a Brita that is filled with brown liquid in another hand.
The filter needs to be changed, everyone.
Right, she's chugging whatever this brown liquid is out of the Brita,
Doesn't seem safe.
and she's starting to sneak up behind Cod.
Oh.
This is
I'm
Codette.
looking.
This is Cod's mother.
Well, I mean, she would only have the best of intentions for her child. I will simply watch.
And I simply do not notice.
Yeah, I'm just watching this feeding frenzy.
So, Cod, there's gotta be some deal we can make here, right? There's abundant food. I think that
Go
we've
in
all
the
been-
tube, you get food, your entertainment. That's the deal.
I feel like we've become close over these days that we've known each other. Surely you would like us to be maybe we could be like a...
We've survived the sinking of a ship together. That makes us mates in no other way.
We're crew.
Crew, yes.
You've ruined my life!
And she charges straight at you. I would like you to make a defense roll with disadvantage.
Yes.
And you are going to take 1d4 for the insult.
And the defense roll is...
agility.
Oh, okay. And what does with disadvantage mean?
You
Just roll it
it
twice.
again.
Take
Oh,
the
take the
lower
worst one. Damn, I rolled... Okay, so what's an 11 give me?
An 11 gets you
And I take D4?
stabbed.
Oh.
So you take...
With the Brita filter?
No, with the knitting needles.
Knitting needles, yes. Okay.
So, those of you who can smell it, you can smell that she's drinking straight grog out of this Brita filter.
That is like a thing people did in university, where you put the vodka through the Brita filter, right?
That is?
That's a thing.
Absolutely.
That
yeah.
was
Yeah.
not when I was
You have
attending
been
school.
stabbed in the back of your neck
Damn.
for 4 damage
Okay.
by your mother with knitting needles, and her insults did another 2 damage to you.
Jeez. Mommy, please, I'm sorry.
Do we step in and try to stop this?
It's a family dispute.
Yeah.
I don't believe that we should cross the line, us being
I'd like to,
guests and all.
in a sniveling manner, run and hide behind Bart. Ooh, please, Mommy, no, not again.
Wait. Okay, now don't stab me. I didn't do anything here. No, I mean, I guess we could talk about this,
It's not
right?
my fault. He picked it.
Now, Lovey, leave him alone.
So I guess, considering you're right behind me, is she charging me?
She's definitely walking straight toward you.
Okay, can we talk about this? I'm gonna try and...
I'm crying again.
You're crying.
Part of me as a captain is thinking, okay, he has clearly, probably, most likely betrayed us. It's still in the air a little bit.
But he's crew.
I am technically the captain of this ship still, and technically you are still on my crew.
Now, Lovey, you were just fucking wrong about this. Sky blue and gold was the correct choice. Leave him alone.
Okay, now come on. He's still part of my crew. I can't let you attack him. I'm gonna have to stop you if you don't. If you keep coming closer, I'm going to have to stop you.
I'm looking around. Are there sky blue and or gold tubes?
There are not.
I want to attempt to charm this woman. I am George Clooney.
Okay. How are you gonna do that?
I'm fucking George Clooney, dude.
How are you going to charm her without
Choked on
arms?
a laser pointer.
In most cases, you
have
cannot
no
charm
arms.
without arms.
And she just watched you choke on a laser pointer.
George Clooney without arms is still like
Yeah, he's still George
Still
Clooney.
George Clooney.
He's still George Clooney.
I just rewatched Ocean's 11. He's very charming.
Okay.
Can I do like a presence check or something?
Sure, man, if that's what you want to do.
I want to step forward and give her those eyes, baby.
Okay, you're just gonna give her the eyes.
I'm gonna give her the eyes.
Okay, fantastic. Go ahead and give her the eyes.
And maybe I'll say something nice like, "Ma'am, certainly we can talk this over."
Hey,
that
God, I
like-
think George Clooney's trying to fuck your mom.
Is that? I don't know how to talk to women. Does that work?
No.
You just did
I
a
don't know.
sentence, man.
I did it too.
Well, you did a thing. That's for certain.
I did it too. Like my tooth falls out. Maybe we can talk this over. This is disgusting.
Is the trophy trying to fuck my wife? You, Spaz, can you kill that one?
Which one? Your wife?
Well, yes, that'd be wonderful.
Bartholomew, again,
If I kill your wife, we're not slaves.
What a sentence to say.
As I'm like reaching for my gun, and I'm like, now or never.
Suddenly, I'm in a quandary. I mean, Marla Manners, is that what it's called? You would not enter into the spat, but between family, but then again, our lives.
We can discuss it with Mother Rind afterward.
Sounds good to me. I'm in. Oh, and I guess I take a shot at. Sorry, and I say, you hear me whisper, "Sorry, Cod." Oh, thank God. Okay, that's an 18.
Yeah, I mean, that's gonna hit your mom.
Battle axe is out. I will take a swing next.
Oh my God, this is insane. Okay, so
I feel like a good 75% of Cod sores are from the knitting needles.
For sure.
so 10 damage.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's my huge musket that I pull out just to make sure. I don't know how close she is, but the little tripods drip down for a second to give me some
Absolutely.
ballast, and blam!
So, as this musket ball hits her, you notice just this reeking smell of pork. She just smells like cooked pork.
Okay.
For some reason.
That one did some damage to Barry.
So many things go through the mind.
Oh my God. So
Suddenly, Mother Rind is making some sense.
She's then gonna lunge at you.
oh, she's still alive.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
She's still alive.
That's fine.
She's going to tell you that your hat looks stupid. And she's also going to try to stab you in the neck with her knitting needles.
Say, my daughter gave me this hat. Okay, my defense. Go! That's a 3! That's a bad defense. I'm like, I have to kick up my tripod real quick, and it just isn't pretty.
All right, so for the insult, your hat looking stupid, you take 3. And that armor cannot help you with.
That's fine.
And then the knitting needles, you take another 3.
Oh, okay, wait, I do have a little bit of help me armor. Okay, I 1 at least. So I did one damage there. So that did about half my health.
She's then going to turn and start to run away as fast as she can, and we're going to bring that over to you.
Get her, Mr.
She moved
Blevitt.
too quick for me. With a battle axe attack of 7, I believe I missed.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Oh.
You swung your battle axe down at her. She leaps off to the side, throws her Brita filter at you, and runs away.
I look to Mr. Clooney.
George, it's your turn.
I fall onto the ground and writhe in agony.
Yeah, she is running away at the moment.
What am I gonna do? Bite her?
We don't have time, Mr. Clooney.
I have no arms.
You have a body, you can tackle her.
Okay, well,
Can I use body slam?
You were in the longest mile or one of those, weren't you? Field of Dreams, something sports.
You-
No.
You are losing your prize right now. God,
Oh, because he's turning.
he's turning.
Yeah, I'm falling on the ground and I'm writhing.
Okay,
I'm
I'd
going
like-
monkey mode.
I want to, I guess, convince him not to. So, what am I going to say? I'm going to jump on top of him and grab him by the head and just start shaking it and say, "Don't turn into a giraffe thing! Don't turn into a giraffe thing!
No problem! I'm turning into a monkey.
Don't turn into a monkey either!"
I'm in so much agony. It's described as excruciating
I'm gonna
agony.
scream in your face. Being George is the only thing keeping you alive right now.
That is very, that is a good point, and I like being alive.
You do see all these guards standing around.
I will revert to Clooney mode.
Okay.
If there's a chance, I will take a sling at Mother.
yeah. I mean, like, whatever the next action, if I get one, I'm going to take another shot at her.
So she 100% has dashed off and skittered off into the bushes like a dirty little rat. She's like,
I believe we begin the most dangerous game.
yeah. You
Let's
might
go.
actually see her skittering up the walls of one of the other buildings and crawling into one of the windows, and you see 2 little red eyes peering out at you through one of the windows.
Very good. Let's go, Captain.
So I'll look down at Cod, who's next to Mr. Clooney, and I'll say, "Mr. Silverington, would you like to come and hunt your mother with us?" I can tell that she's done some damage to you, and you're still part of me crew.
There's still a needle in it.
And I'll pull out of my my back belt, or my belt, I guess, my belt. No, I have multiple belts. My back belt, damn it. a flintlock pistol.
It's the one that goes through
And I
your
point it
spine.
to you, flip the button, and say, "Come on."
Okay, with shaky little hands, I'll take it and I'll say, "She's rather coarse."
And reloading my gun in front of you, I'll say, "Yeah, well, we're a little bit coarser."
Now, my boy, we do have the final feast prepared. You can bring your little playthings. They do have to be manacled, though.
Should we hunt Mumsy first?
We can kill her later. Mother Ryan will be at the feast as well. We can discuss what to do with Mother.
So, in order for you to bargain with Papa for your freedom, you'll have to put on the manacles.
Perhaps.
I believe first we need to kill the mother. I believe that was the deal. We do not welch as pirates.
That's true.
I believe
Don't
that
welch.
Popsy made it pretty clear that he wants us to attend this dinner immediately. Now, maybe, Cod, some sort of trickery could be arranged. where the-
Subterfuge. I like where you're going.
Yes, subterfuge.
I like where you're going there, George.
The manacles maybe could be closed loosely around your crewmate's hands so that we can slip out.
Cod thinks about this really hard and starts sweating.
You don't know. Maybe your mother will come and attack us, and well, if we're manacled, we can't, finish the job.
Also, we cannot safeguard the entire crew, you being one of the crew.
I have a solution. We'll kill you by one hand together.
Well, I mean, I guess we could move as a group then.
We could.
As long as I am able to shoot, that's all that I need.
The pirate games that we talked about, the three-legged race, etc., I believe that would work.
Now, coming up through one of the clear tubes, you do see Al Pacino. He appears to be wearing, clothes made of flesh of some sort. And hanging from this flesh belt that he has the heads of Bruce Willis and Casey Affleck. And he is being followed by a couple of people who really seem to be revering him, as they are also tied by ropes of flesh. And this is Julia Roberts and Albert Finney, actually.
Okay.
George, I'm concerned. In your work in the past, have you ever had anyone, what is the operative term? Steal your stick, but I know there's a correct legal term for it, because I believe Al is doing that right now. You'll notice that he has faces. That is your thing.
You're right.
I'm feeling like we should deal with Al at this point.
I've always thought Al Pacino was really the poor man's George Clooney.
You heard it here, folks.
Called the fuck out.
Well, we just lost Mr.
Pacino.
Pacino as a fan.
I will say I'm not excited about the tubes animour.
I'd like
They
to just
look terrible.
While they're discussing this, I want to just click the manacle on Bart's left arm and
Oh, well.
Blevitt's right.
Are you two just gonna let that happen?
No.
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 I don't know. I'm pretty sneaky.
Okay, so what I'm gonna say is, I'm so shit at not getting caught that I'm talking and absorbed, so
Okay.
it probably hits me.
I
Alright.
have a -2 to DR on pickpocketing. This is kind of reverse pickpocketing.
I would call that the same thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a sleight of hand
So
check.
I'll make a little roll to do it.
Yeah, so, how are we gonna do that?
One against one, right?
Yeah, because it's based off my burglar thing.
Wouldn't it be agility versus agility, maybe?
Yeah, so you know what? I'm gonna actually tell you what. You are just gonna have a +2 to this,
Okay.
whatever yours is.
Okay.
Because you usually have a -2 to DR.
Gotcha.
Okay. So, yeah. Agility versus agility, or agility versus presence, if you'd rather.
No, I would not.
Okay.
21.
I'm going to spend a Noman.
Also,
You know what? No, I'm not going to spend a Noman because it is going to be very hard to beat that.
Okay.
7.
So, click. Looking down, you can see that you two are now manacled together.
That is mightily unfortunate.
Well, now, I really is a pattern with us. Okay, well, I guess time for dinner, yes.
The big feast, yes.
Okay, well, at least there's food, so...
Things could get better.
They could.
Yeah.
How do we get one of them feeding bags like he had? Just looks kind of nice.
Well, you don't get one.
All right.
Now, do I believe I...
My lord, the feast has been prepared.
I believe I still have the face of Danny Trejo, who is, while not a member of the Ocean's crew, a celebrity.
And you were in a movie with him.
What movie was I in with him? I forget.
F-Dud. From Dusk Until Dawn.
Oh, that's so right. He says a thing about vaginas.
He does.
Yes.
It's a side note. Anyways, so it's kind of like a little reunion.
I love
here.
movies.
I begin leading towards the feast.
Let's go to the feast.
We're going to get some food.
I could eat.
So yeah, a bunch of these little like skeletal creatures, and then some of the bigger ones that you can now see have like these weird kind of metallic badges. It almost looks like a bunch of old soda bottle caps mushed together have been like jammed into their skin, like a badge of some sort. They're like following behind you, kind of like pushing you guys along, except for the one that is terrified of Blevitt.
That's right.
Because, yes, he realized that he's still standing behind you and like pretending to poke you, realizing that you can eat him faster than he can eat you, though. You enter into this, fairly large hall area, hearing a skittering behind you and the sound of a Brita filter scraping on the floor.
I look for my gun. No, I have my hand on my sword, look around. Do I see the skittering?
No.
She's around here somewhere.
Mumsy usually comes for meals.
I heard the drag of the Brita.
It's a distinct noise.
You start to feel something brown like drip down onto your face. You look up and see just like the skittering figure of something crawling on the ceiling, going around a corner.
She's above us. Keep your wits about you, Mr. Blevitt.
So entering into this hall, you can see that there is this very large table that is set up like what would be a feast.
Operative words. What would be?
Now, sitting at the far end, you can see Cod's father, Cod Silverington XVI. In front of him is what is essentially one of these skeletal people that has been roasted.
Oh.
Got the little white things on his
It's got little white things on
yeah.
its feet. Yeah. And then all down this table, you can see that there are like piles of like incredibly stiff preserved fast food. There's like just piles of like disgusting sugar. There's like a couple of cooked lizards. You can see like huge chunks of big gray meat. There's like this, like what kind of fruit is that? It's like, it's bluish. Is it a fruit? Who knows?
I thought you were asking about a fruit, like you wanted us to say a name.
Sitting over in the corner where some of these skeletal figures are pushing Blevitt and Bart, there's a big pile of teeth, dirt, sticks,
I was thinking the same thing, George.
gray meat, toenails, hair,
Poor people food.
Well, I thought since we're kind of working for you now, going after the wife and all, and I'll look up as I say that, that maybe we'd sit at the, the main table to discuss business.
Well,
I'll try and persuade if I need to.
there's only one guest of honor tonight. The final piece of the collection.
Oh, would that be me? I do like being honored.
He does, and I don't want to be the one to take that from him.
Nope, this could be the Academy Award he's been waiting for.
So I'll put my hand on your shoulder, trying to avoid any stingy areas on your arm.
They're all calloused.
Yeah. And I'll say, well, that's very good, Mr. Clooney. I'm glad they can honor you. Throw us some good food if you can. I'll lean in.
I'll do my best.
Good
I'll
work,
try to
old
get
chap.
Oh shit! And then I look at
Chin
your
up.
armless body, and I think, damn. Yes, do your best, and then I guess we'll go eat some dirt. Wait, actually, question: are there bugs on it?
Are there bugs on this?
On my food?
Give me a luck check.
16.
Yeah.
Straight 16?
Yeah, you know what? There's a couple of bugs here.
I say, well, Mr. Blevitt, we're in luck. There's protein. And my character canonically loves to eat bugs, so he's having a good time.
I am not eating. However, knowing that my friend has need, I shall take the boot of Sally and fill it with teeth.
Fill it with teeth.
Thank you.
That is so nice of you.
That is nice.
That is nice.
Just a good guy.
Yeah.
All right, so as you are all sitting down to this beautiful meal, suddenly the doors fly open. There's a loud clanging, and standing in the center of these doors, you can see this skeletal corpse of a woman with this black veil covering her face and this Victorian frock. She glides over the floor, not in a walking motion, but in this like creaking sort of like bobbing glide movement that is maybe about a half mile an hour is about how fast she's moving. She kind of floats over and sits down directly next to Cod.
Oh.
The 17th.
Cod starts crying a little. Just quietly, though.
Oh, Mother Rind has chosen young Cod.
Let's hope.
I'm just gonna eat.
Good Lord, don't interrupt her.
Yes, Mother, of course.
That was beautiful. Is that a song that you sing here?
Bartholomew, any idea what she just said?
Not a damn clue.
Who has the translator pad?
That's the iPhone.
I do.
Oh.
I have the rune translator iPhone.
Oh, it's
And
for Ruth.
no hands.
Well, Cod, what did Grandma say?
She's ready to begin the feast.
Oh, well, wonderful. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss
Mother Rind.
Mother Rind. You look lovely this evening.
She can smell lies.
I'm George Clooney. I hear that you've been expecting me?
So you are on the other side of her, not on the same side as Cod, but her head turns directly toward Cod, and then another 90 degrees, and then another 90 degrees, so she's facing you. And again, she says something along the lines of,
Can I try to give her the George Clooney eyes?
The Riz. The Riz is off the charts for Mr.
go
Clooney.
for it, yep.
I'm gonna try here. Here we go. That's an 18,
My
baby.
God.
17 with her for doing presents.
Yeah, for sure. She leans in for a kiss.
Oh, hey, listen. I know how to play the fucking game.
And
Chad
she lifts her veil.
Cod begins weeping.
I'm gonna give her a smooch.
Okay.
Do you want me to fucking like role play it across the table?
Yeah, I'd like degrees of lip pursing.
I think this makes sense. It's like we're getting good with the lady. She's clearly in charge. I'm gonna lean in.
Bartholomew, I'm concerned that George has overstepped. I believe it is supposed to be on the hand.
Let him do what he needs to. I'm sure he knows best.
You are true, he is George.
Mouthful of bugs.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Mwah. It's like a sexy thing to say.
Yeah, sure. She leans in and starts like open mouth tonguing you. And her tongue feels very, very dry. It's like a cat's tongue almost. But if that had been rolled around in sand for about 5 years.
Okay, I'm an actor. I mean, I kissed Julia Roberts in that movie after all.
Julia Gulia.
Julia Gulia. I'm gonna do it for an appropriate amount of time, which is I don't know, like.
But George would.
Yeah, George would do.
John may not know, but George
Player
would.
George
doesn't have
knows.
the knowledge. Character would.
Yeah, character has knowledge.
As she leans away from you and her head, like cartoonishly, spins all the way back around really fast, you can see that Cod Silverington XVI goes,
Well, then I suppose the wedding shall happen tomorrow.
Whoa, what? This summer.
Georgia Clooney marries a scary old lady.
It's a ghost woman. In Weekend at Bernie's 18.
Did you hear that too? He's going to be wed.
Well, no, we don't know that that's who the reference was made to.
I'll tell you what. Slaves on the ground. You... Yes, you two that are whispering conspiratorially.
Well, yes, now you've been very specific, so yes.
Yes. Yes, you two. You kill Codette. She's up there.
He points directly up to the ceiling, and you can see that she is standing on the ceiling. Like barefoot, just...
I slowly just start I look at her and slowly start going for my gun, listening for the rest of what he's saying.
You kill her, and George Clooney here marries my mother, and then you shall be free. You must leave George here.
What? But they're my... I'm sorry, sir, but these are my closest friends in this world. I'd be much happier if they could stay around.
He's part of the crew, too, but if Mr. Clooney... If you wish to stay
If you
here...
have chosen that is the life you wish to lead, we, of course, would...
But perhaps you have a job for us here, but should we...
I do, but you did not want to work in the mines.
How about maybe as some sort of valet for myself and my lovely bride, we will need assistance.
I have a potential solution.
Oh.
Yes, son. What do you have?
Polygamy is legal in Silverington.
Oh, this is true. You could all be the lovers of my mother. You could all be mother lovers.
I suppose... And we would get to live in this house?
Well, you would get to live here, yes.
That's...
Honestly, like, we could cycle through. It'd be, it wouldn't... Maybe sometimes we could have time outside of the yard. We'd probably be a big deal here.
Well, I mean, I
In terms
think...
of a patriarchal society, it would put us actually on top.
I call Mondays and Wednesdays, to be honest.
So what I'm hearing is there's a logistical manner in which we all could stay here and be happy, I'll say. All we gotta do is kill your wife.
Well, you would fall to the whims and whimsy of me and my son.
Third in line, like we're rank 3.
But we would get to also partake of the feast. So we would. I'll point to
Garbage.
yeah, I guess I'm thinking where we just came from, and I'm like, God damn, this sounds like a shit deal, but at the same time, that was a shittier deal that didn't have a guarantee food. End of days is coming. Well, Mr. Blevitt, end of days is coming, and I mean, we are a crew, so...
Living upon Meat Mountain may be a benefit as well. Well, Captain, I believe I shall leave it to you, being the loyal crewman.
Well, okay, so then I guess what we should do is say, then we'll leave it to Mother Rind and... Cod, could you translate?
Oh, I can take this one. Mother has asked that the three of you will actually answer a few questions for her. We're gonna do something a little bit like a dating game show.
Well, I didn't see it going this way, but I suppose I do remember the dating game shows. So, can we at least sit at the table?
And of course, this needs to come on.
Could we? Yeah, holding up the chains.
You guys are holding up the manacles?
Yeah.
You're sitting on the ground, like, eating dirt and shit, holding up manacles and asking if you can come sit at the table?
Yeah, like, for the game show, I suppose.
I mean, if for no other reason than simply the optics, manacled would suggest we are not there by choice. It destroys the mystique of the game.
Of course, of course.
A couple of the, like, guard-type people with their tridents, they walk over and, like, very terrified, walk over and, like, unlock them and keep pointing tridents at you.
Rub my arm. Well, thank you very much. I suppose let's go sit at the table.
Absolutely, Bartolomew.
And I'll like anxiously eat the bugs that I see on the table.
Yeah. So there's like bugs and stuff that are on the table. There's also like old like chalupas from 2002 and stuff like that.
It's a good year, and I'll take a chalupa. It was a good chalupa year.
Fine, vintage.
I'll take one of those. Crunch, crack 2 of my teeth, and just kind of suck on the chalupa for a minute, let it soften.
There's a couple of McDoubles from who knows how long.
Which
Not
look
too
perfectly
sauce.
fine, probably.
Yeah, they look perfectly fine. And then there's just Baja Blast. It's still fizzy.
Oh, cool. I'll quench my thirst with some Baja.
Okay.
Cool.
We're really coming out on that.
So, yeah, I mean, this is a pretty good deal. So what is this game show you had mentioned?
So I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions for Mother. And you must give honest and amazing answers. And she is going to choose the one of you who she will actually marry. And the other 2 of you will be killed.
We can't all marry.
Oh, well,
What happened
She
to
does
the
not want
polygamy
to marry
idea?
all 3 of you.
I was going to mention earlier, we would also need to ask Mother Ryan her wishes.
It's now.
She says the 3 of you can't handle her.
I'm inclined to agree.
I'm willing not to.
I think it's only fair that we get a chance.
While this is going on, Blevitt is going to be watching for Mother. Because I am
Codette.
still intending to kill Codette. And if I get a chance, sling in hand, I will take a shot.
She
You
is
tell me where.
100% just walking around on the ceiling,
I believe I shall take a shot while we're
holding
discussing.
a Brita filter upside down and just drinking out of it.
She knows what she's about.
My first shot will swing wide.
Oh, excuse me, young man. What do you think you're doing?
Carrying out the other part of the command.
You will not fire weapons here in my home.
Okay.
That will make it difficult.
That is strike number 1.
I will get 2 more.
Okay, well, I guess there's a strike system as well.
So, we are gonna call you Bachelors number 1 for you, Mr. Clooney. Bachelor number 2 for you, squat man covered in rats.
And, you know, King of the Sea, but...
And
Sure.
I gather I shall be 3.
And you will be 3, large tooth man. I actually like you.
Well, having the king's favor
You remind me of me for some reason.
is rather disgusting. But we'll go on with that.
I'm kind of hurt by it, to be honest. Can I give myself one emotional damage? No.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay,
You
thank
can
you.
take an emotional damage if you want to.
Thank you.
Bachelor number 2. If you were to take Mother on the perfect date, what would it be?
All right. Well, what I would do is, we would go get on my ship. We would sail out during sunset, and we would watch as the sun sets while we, fish off the side, and then after we caught some abomination of the sea, I would kill it with my bare hands to show that I am a strong companion, and I would cook it over an open fire on the top of the ship to show I know how to build a fire on my ship safely.
Of course.
Yes, and then we would head back to the castle, and the rest of the night, I guess, would be between me and Mother Rind.
Oh, of course, you'd get nasty.
Well, that's what I was leading to, but I mean,
obviously.
didn't want to be too crass.
Of course. Bachelor number 1, you're perfect. Bachelor number 3.
I think this scale is a little skewed.
I'm a little concerned about the efficacy of the specific game we are playing, but
Bachelor number 3, if you were to cook Mother dinner, what would you make her?
is Codette again standing in line where I can take a second shot?
I mean, she's hiding behind a chandelier and hissing at you.
All right, I'm not taking the shot yet. What would I cook her for dinner?
Crazy.
I believe the correct answer would be baked Alaska, but getting apples at this time. Well, I'm certain I would braise her in some way. Bourbon sauce. I believe a caramel bourbon sauce. That would be the base. At 425 for 15 minutes. I know that it would be important to catch the drippings, so I would use a 2-pan system.
Oh, it's
One-
getting steamy in here.
Yes. The top pan would hold her, allowing her to baste in the juices along with the bourbon sauce. Yeah, I believe 15 minutes would do, and then a quick turn, insertion of moisture, and then
My goodness. It's a little too hot in this kitchen for me.
and then 10 more minutes on the flip side. We would catch anything that falls to create gravy from.
I just dump Baja Blast on my head. I'm just like, this is.
And then rest. Rest is always important after a good cooking and a good basting. I believe a 10-minute rest, and that is how I would cook her.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure if those were sexual innuendos or if you were talking about eating my mother, but, you know, either way, it was quite sexy, so,
There we go. I'm not certain that more explanation is necessary. That's how you do it, Bartolomew.
My answer was quite shit compared.
That was incredibly erotic.
Dumbest shit we've ever done.
Bachelor number 2, write a quick haiku for mother.
Okay, quick haiku.
Yes, go.
Your skin wrinkles so fine. I wish to hold thy hand in mine for all time. Me.
Absolutely perfect.
Thank you.
Very good.
And bachelor number 3.
Oh, you were again going to pass over bachelor.
Oh,
number
I'm sorry, bachelor number 1, you're perfect.
Thank you so much. Yes, I try.
Very good. I mean, it is a game show. We need to follow the rules.
Aye.
I'm still watching Codette. If she does show her face, I shall still take a swing.
Bachelor number 3, same question.
Oh, I'm terrible at poetry.
575.
575. Very good.
Is that the start of the...
The life I live is love.
That was 7.
With you, it would be more. Alone, I would be lonely. More.
You know, I can't actually count, but that sounded lovely.
Thank you.
I do a tear, wipe a tear from my eye.
Well, Mother, what do you think with these 3 sexy bachelors?
Bartholomew, I believe that our target of choice needs to be the 16th, not Codette.
Yes.
I have my fingers crossed.
I think that if we can work this into like a 4-way marriage, it really would be the best for us.
Yes.
It did
rather
sound the
than
best.
dying.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, she has chosen George Clooney. So the other 2 of you, would you like to die, or would you like to be thrown into the mines?
Option B.
Could I ask what is the manner of dying?
Dealer's choice, really.
Oh, okay.
I believe we would choose
I think.
exile
Yeah, I mean,
as the manner of choice. I mean, were we exiled from such a lovely world, such as this, the Meat Mountain, all of the beauty and wonderful care that the people bring to us, I would feel like death leaving that behind. Wouldn't you?
Yeah, yes, I would. It would feel like another death. And also, you know, if you want, we could still kill your wife too.
I am willing to do that.
Oh, you're still contractually obligated to do that.
Okay, so we can kill your wife first, and then we die if we want to choose death.
Right, or you can be exiled.
Okay.
I would like to remind you that your ship sank.
No, actually, point of fact, that was Cod Silverington's ship.
Which ours
still exists.
is still technically exists. We just
And it is potentially,
Oh, wonderful. So you can swim to it.
yes, I think we
Okay.
could find a manner of getting to it.
I'm nodding my head.
Oh, actually, then I think about it and say, well, yes, actually, I could swim to it. Yes, I guess I could. Okay, so
We go
then I
back
guess we
to the
exile. So should we then take care of?
finish.
Is it all right if we shoot in your house just a little bit? We'll be careful.
Yeah, yes, go ahead. Kill her.
Okay, excellent. I'll pull out my gun. Say thank you for the opportunity.
Launch.
Yeah, and we'll just take some shots.
You know, he starts talking to his son about just
Ever since your christening, she has been a total pain in my ass.
Well,
you guys are absolutely going to be able to kill her.
Oh, yeah.
If you just start blasting this.
Yeah,
house apart.
we'll just take enough shots to rain
I
down.
believe we need to continue moving. There are probably better points of view.
Okay,
Better,
you
better
take
vantage points.
you take right, I'll take left. So we'll just I guess spread out,
What I
blasting.
am doing, of course, is checking out the house.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys are chasing around this like vampire-ish lady.
Yeah.
Who's crawling around in the ceilings, hissing at you, and you get a decent layout of this giant house. It's laid out in the most unrealistic and strangest way possible, of where there's no hallways. It's just room after room after room, and there's bathrooms and stuff like this in between. There's a toilet in the middle of a coat closet, and you have to walk through that coat closet to get to a bedroom. And
This is useful.
yes, it's the most perfect house in the world.
Yeah, this would be great if we could stay here, but
Why don't we just store clothes in bathrooms? Then you wouldn't need a closet.
This is true. It would be an extra room that you could use for other
questions
things.
of the future.
questions of the future.
Plus-
Todd's
plus-
living in 20.
Here's the thing: wrinkle-free
2200s.
clothing. As you run the shower, the steam continues to keep everything. I believe outside of the game, we have things to do.
Yeah, and you can you shit yourself, you throw it in the bath.
That was all just the lead up to that, wasn't it, John?
I don't know, I'm having too much fun.
Okay, so we blast away until we take her
Until you
down.
eventually take her down.
Yeah.
She falls down to the ground a good 50 feet, because these are huge ceilings.
Yeah.
And then just she smacks down into the ground.
A job well done, Captain.
Job well done, and I'll shoot her one more time for good measure.
While they're hunting Mumsy, I want to crawl under the table to whisper to George.
Oh, yeah, I'll lean down.
Just in full view
I
of you.
just slide out of my chair and crawl. till
Like a
I'm-
child sliding
Yeah.
to the table.
Yeah. George,
yeah.
you cannot marry Mother Rind.
Why is that?
She will kill you forever.
How was she at kissing? GM, was it a good kiss? Can I get a roll?
I mean, it was a hot kiss. That was a 9 out of 10.
Oh,
That-
I now when you say kill me forever,
You will never die, but you will always be being killed.
oh,
I've had a change of heart.
oh, well that's stupendous. I had a feeling you might come around.
If you marry Mother Rind, you won't be happy with the others of your kind. You'll be killed forever, as I mentioned previously.
None of these things sound great to me.
I think you've shot yourself in the foot agreeing to marry Mother Rind, and your utopia of friendship is a dead dream.
Honestly, Cod, I think that I really see what you're saying here. Very eloquently put, and honestly, I've been vamping for time, hoping that we could find a way that our crew doesn't have to split up, because honestly, I've come to enjoy our time together quite a bit.
They have guards on the docks, but there's one way out.
Yes, is there another ship? How can we escape?
We have to go deeper into the mines. There's an outlet. It releases on the other side of the island.
Do you think there's some sort of justification you could give to your father for us to maybe take a brief walk with the crew? Maybe that I want to see them off before they leave into exile, and you'll take us there?
I think that they have to agree to work in the mines.
You think that could work?
And then we'll go through the out.
And you promise that you've had a change of heart and this isn't some trickery?
I pinky promise.
He says in the most sniveling way possible.
And I look at my stumps, my armlessness.
No, just stick it in your mouth and go bloop, bloop.
That's a binding contract.
Yeah, legally, I think we're married now.
And then I'm gonna retreat and slide back up into my chair.
Okay.
Oh, my boy, you're back.
I had to use the water closet.
Yes, of course.
He just fully does not pay attention to his son at all.
Yeah.
You two come downstairs dragging the body of his wife behind you.
Yeah, oh, banging against every step,
Absolutely,
every
just
single
thump,
step.
thump, thump.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, fantastic. We have a new croquet ball. My boy, would you like to go play?
Perhaps, Father, we should finish business first.
What have we not finished? The trophy will marry Mother, and these two will be exiled.
Yes, I suppose since we finished the pact,
Captain, I think that maybe you've had a change of heart, and I'm winking.
Which
Big
George Clooney
winks.
does way better than John.
yeah.
I'm trying to communicate.
And Cod Silverington XVI thinks that you're talking to him.
Oh, I'm thinking that maybe they've had a change of heart and they'd like to work in the mines instead.
Why are you winking at me?
It's something in my eye. I have no arms. I can't get it out. It's an eyelash.
Mr. Blevitt, I'm fairly certain Mr. Clooney is trying to tell us something. He winks so rarely, so the emphasis on it, I think, is pretty clear. Do you think we should go into the mines?
This is the question. Was it a wink to tell us that we haven't actually had a change of heart, because that would be the winking, or is it that we have had a change of heart and the winking has taken us away from exile?
Let me try something.
Yes.
And I'll just start. I'll walk over to Mr. Clooney, and if Mr. Silverking stops me, that's fine. But I'm gonna go over and just kind of like staring at Mr. Silverington, smiling, and I'll just go to Mr. Clooney's ear and
You
say,
see that he picks up like a big metal sledgehammer.
"Oh, no! I just wanted to ask him something real quick."
What are you talking about?
Nothing, Mr. and then I just lean over to you and be like, "Were you trying to tell us something with the winking?"
Yes. I was trying to tell you that you should agree to go into the mines, and that Cod might have some sort of plan.
Excellent, I thought so. And then I'll smile at Mr. Silverington and walk back to Blevitt. And I'll say, "Mr. Clooney said it was a thing. We're supposed to go to the mines."
Yes, dear?
Oh, is that so, Mother?
And he just starts glaring at you, Bart.
Well, you know, with recent developments, I've kind of thought it over, and while I could swim, I think it might be better to maybe stay in the mines if that's still on the table.
And how do you feel, big
Elbow,
tooth
Mr.
man?
Blevitt.
I follow the captain as any good crewman would.
Well, if that's what you want, yes, I'm always looking for new slaves, so this will be wonderful.
And Popsy, as Mr. Clooney is now the male wife of Mother Rhines,
Of course.
I should perhaps give him a tour of the domain, and we can drop the slaves off as we go.
Oh, but my boy, can't we please have a game of croquet first? Mumsy's head is not going to be warm for that long.
Allow Worm to step into my place, and then I'll join shortly.
He grabs a second metal mallet and hands it over to that big 7'2" guy.
And he goes, well, come along, we are going to play a game.
And he grabs his wife's body and they start dragging it out of the room.
I turn to my betrothed and say to her, I'll be right back, my dear. I cannot wait for you to take me into your bed tonight. You're amazing, and I love you. And I give her a little kiss on the cheek, And then I try to start moving away to go and explore the mines.
You make a presence test?
I'll make a presence check. A presence test. That's a 12.
Okay. All right. She kind of believes you.
That's pretty cool. I'm George Clooney.
Yep, for sure. So all of you get up, and there are a bunch of these like slavish guard people who are around you, and they are all just gonna follow you guys around for a little bit.
Cool.
All right, Mr. Silverington, let's see these mines.
Okay, I begin to lead them to the mines.
So stepping outside, you can see that again there are all these crisscrossing tubes. The insides of them are just coated in blood at this point. There's like a couple of like fingers left over, things like this, but all of the food appears to be just gone. There's a couple of like chip bags and stuff left over. And actually, you do see that Catherine Zeta-Jones is sitting there licking the inside of like an old Cheetos bag, and she appears to be like snarling at you as you exit this building.
I'll just kind of like wave at her, like, nice to see you. Try to not look as best I can.
I was always a fan of Cheetos.
Lost another celebrity fan.
Okay, as we're kind of like a little bit ahead of the rest of the gray slaves,
Okay.
I'm gonna whisper conspiratorially. Say, I always had a suspicion that Mumsy was gonna kill me at some point, so I made a getaway plan. There's not a large one, but there is a raft outside of the out.
Okay, well, I'm gonna assume that's a cave, and, well, yes, if we can just get back to the town, I can get the ship back, and we can hit the seas.
Just being back on the open sea with you all would be quite a treat.
I
feel like after all this time, I become more at home on the water, on the
I
open
believe
ocean.
that term is getting your sea legs, George.
Well, I'm sure not getting my sea arms.
Yar.
A bunch of the slaves behind you start laughing too.
Well, you know, that does sound really nice, Mr. Clooney.
And Cod, even though you tried to put me in a tube and enslave the rest of us, you might just be all right.
For the record, I think the tube is a wonderful place for you, but marrying Mother Rind is not. So, were it to be between the two, you would be in the tube.
Have you kissed her? Because she is good at that.
On my 13th birthday, she kissed me on the cheek as she gave me my gift, and I'll point to like one of the larger sores and kind of wiggle my finger around in it.
I hope that's not what the inside of my mouth is going to look like.
So
It most likely will. Her
shame.
spit's acidic.
A shame.
Absolutely acidic. In fact, you almost feel as if you ate a bunch of habaneros.
Well then.
well, yes, out of that aside, out of everybody who has, bamboozled us and, betrayed us and,
Turned on us.
captured us and wanted to turn us into a slave
Lied
and
to us.
openly
Stabbed us in the
lied.
back.
Yes.
This is true.
All of these things, I mean, you're honestly probably the better of them all. So.
Top 3, certainly.
Oh, shucks, guys.
Yeah, so, I mean, things could have been worse. Well, I guess let's get to the mines and get back to the open seas.
Alright, I'm gonna pull up my double polos, and there's like a map tattooed on my belly.
Oh, perfect, the map. And I'll get super close with my cataract eyes.
I'm gonna follow a path. So first we'll go down the main entrance, and then that's where we branch off. This isn't gonna be easy, but if we can make it through the mine shafts, we'll get to the raft.
And you can captain a raft just as well as any ship on the sea?
If it floats on the sea, I can captain it.
There you go.
There's our captain.
That's right.
Well, there's potentially our crutch as well. Or our hook.
And don't worry,
Let's hope it floats.
if I do not make it, then you always have Delilah, and I'll tap my heart.
That's such a long pause that that'll probably be cut out of the show.
Yeah, except for the fact that you went,
I was just gonna say I have to go pee really
Then go
bad.
fucking pee.
I think I might go to the bathroom.
Yeah, just go.
You can go.
Yeah.
You can go.
Just go.
You're
I
excused.
don't want to miss out on this.
I truly feel like it has to be left in.
Yeah, we might just leave this all in now.
I pee a lot.
Yes. When I'm like doing this, like
Yeah.
stuff like that, yeah, it's
I
cool.
thought you were talking about, like, I thought you were saying that your wrist smells bad, like you're pointing at your wrist. Like, does my wrist
Go
stink?
pee! Jesus.
Wow, I did not see a dating show happening on the list. on the,
Honestly, your girl leaned over
Yeah.
and was like, "We need to do a dating show."
I saw the whispering and I was like, what's conspiring over there?
Absolutely.
Very nice.
I didn't think he was really gonna do it.
You don't know Mike then.
It was the most brilliant thing in the moment, and I was like, "Oh, like I had a plan for something," and I was like, "This is so funny! Like this is so much better than what I had planned."
A dating show for Mother Ride. Mr. Clooney, you're perfect. That was great.
You were
That's number one.
slaying, Barry.
Yeah, Barry, that answer, that was... Yeah, that's... Oh, that was good. That's a fucking clip right there.
I don't know who most of these people are.
That's so funny. I love that you have that list.
Dude, she gave it to me.
That's funny.
Here, hand the list around. I'm curious.
All right, so you enter into the mines, followed by a bunch of these, like, heavily scabbed, scar-tissued, disgusting, slavish things. They're not even people. They're these, like, skeletal things. They're dragging these very strange, like, pickaxe things behind them, and the larger ones are holding manacles as if to, let you know that, hey, when we're done with whatever this is, you're gonna be manacled.
I'd like to forcefully dismiss them. We're done with all y'all.
As you say that, they go, okay, sir. And they turn around and fucking walk back out of there.
Very good, Mr. Silverington.
I
Excellent.
think we found a second in command.
Well, I think so. After Delilah. So
we were
third-
co-captains of my yacht.
We
That is
were
true. I'd forgotten
co-captains. So I
And
think
that mission went very well.
And now we're all boy best friends.
Yeah.
that's true. Yes, I guess crew does extend to
There is a bro code which must be upheld.
Yes. Well, excellent. Let's head out.
I'm gonna lift my shirt up again and kind of trace our path and then start walking.
Okay. Now
We could,
that's
as a group, a new direction.
it's like a
He's trying. He's
You're trying to do it.
getting really close,
Is
Barry.
the vein pulsing?
Yeah. Come on, there's points for ever
All right,
trying.
How about just one direction?
You fucking shit.
yeah, get out of here, Matt.
I was gonna ask you how many directions. Yeah, there it is.
I snuck it in there. Okay, full points.
Okay, so you enter. Don't laugh at that.
I do have a fun idea.
God.
So like we have like how there's like montages of things. Like so you've got the map on your belly. And it keeps cutting between the map on your belly, and it's covered with like sores and
Yeah.
pimples. And as we're walking, we see like giant sores and pimples that are actually part of the map. Isn't that fun? That's like a fun idea.
Yeah. Thank you for the visual gag.
It's just a
that
visual
this is
gag for the listeners.
Fantastic.
You can think about that as just like a movie in your head.
And so you're diving deep into this. Oh my god. Into this. I can't believe I'm gonna say this. Into this meat tunnel.
That's factual.
shaft?
No, it was a meat tunnel.
It's a tunnel.
It's a
All right,
tunnel.
meat
It's a tunnel. There are all these like
You'd say meat flaps.
you do have to lift the flaps up.
There it is.
Terrible
Okay.
feeling.
So you start heading down into this meat tunnel, and there are all of these separate tunnels that like shoot off into different directions. You can see that weaving in between all of these are these different tubes. Hiding around one of the corners of these little tubes, you can see just the absolutely like shredded remains of Don Cheadle. Sitting there.
R.I.P. Cheat Man.
Mr. Cheeto.
He was was one of my favorites.
He was the war machine.
Okay. And you see those remains being feasted on by Eddie Izzard.
Oh.
He was, I'll be honest, not one of my favorites. Not a lot of fun on set.
Although there is something poignant and telling in the tale.
So you continue going deeper and deeper into these mines. You eventually, Cod leads you into one of these off-shooting tunnels. And you see that there are no more of these other creatures around. And yet you hear the pitter-patter of tiny little feet all around you.
All rats accounted for.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'll count them all. Yes, they're all here.
Posture for war, gentlemen.
I'll pull out my are the tunnels big enough for my Zweihander?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Zweihander and my other sword. So
I need to have arms. Can I writhe on the ground in agony and turn into a monkey?
It sounds like something is coming up on you right now. Blevitt, what are you doing?
Drawing my battle axe.
Okay.
I'm hiding behind everybody.
That makes sense.
And I'm going, ooh.
Oh no.
Mr. Clooney, I believe now is the time.
And we're going to go ahead and roll initiative. All right. So you can see that bursting out of one of the side walls of this like tunnel are these disgusting squat 2-foot little red creatures. They almost appear to be made out of like blood clots. They have these disgustingly short little legs with long yellow toenails and long yellow fingernails, squat little arms, and they are like running straight at you, and they look like they are about to absolutely destroy you. They start running at you screaming, "No!"
No, back to ye! And I guess if they get close enough, swing.
And so we are going to go ahead and start right here. You are finishing this round into monkey or giraffe.
I want to be a monkey.
Okay. And we're going to go over to Cod, who is hiding.
I want to hide really good.
Are you hiding behind which one of these three?
I'm going to go with Blevitt.
Okay, you're hiding behind Blevitt. Blevitt, what are you doing?
Swinging.
You're going to swing at one of these things?
However, size-wise, is it on the fly? The thought comes to mind: do I swing through him, or do I smash them with the flat end of the battle axe, possibly taking 2?
I will tell you what, we will actually do cleave rules on these things if you guys want to.
Very good.
Yeah,
Yep.
that works.
Do you want me to show a picture?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, these things are about 2 feet tall and about 2 feet wide.
Aha.
And
Oh,
that
I love
picture will be on the Patreon, so sign up.
That is an 11.
And 11 is not going to hit that.
Uh-oh.
Just as it hasn't through this entire game.
I'm going to go with my omen, and let's see if I can do better. That is a 20.
A
Yay!
20 is going to hit.
Not a natural one.
Nope, nope. I would say
You would
such.
say it. You're an
Dirty
experienced
20.
player.
There we go.
A dirty 20.
Do we add strength or just the roll?
Just
So
the roll.
3 for damage.
A 3 damage on no number 1. That's what these things are called.
Oh.
They are called no.
That's great.
No.
And that is going to go around to you there, Bart.
So-
Okay.
You did not kill it.
Very good.
So I'm swinging my Zweihander and my other sword, doing my classic spinning maneuver.
Okay.
First one with the Zweihander. Hey, that is going to be a 21. And
Okay.
then with
Are you swinging on the same one that Blevitt just hit?
Yes.
Okay.
And then, unfortunately, that second one is going to be, it's a 7. So,
Okay.
just the nice one with the Zweihander. Come on, high damage. Oop. Nah, 3. So
3 more
not-
damage?
Yep.
Seems familiar.
Okay. You chop through that one and into the next one.
Haha.
All right. It looks like there are only about 10 of these things left.
We got this. So I'll also, if I could use the last bit of my turn to look over at Mr. Silverington after I just have stopped and swung. Cod, put yourself together. You have a gun. I gave it to you for a reason.
Oh, yeah!
All right. So the 2 people that have attacked these things, you know what? I have 10 of these things left. 3 of them are going to attack each of you guys.
Good lord.
Oh no.
All right, you want to go first, Barry?
Sure, I'll go first. Of course, now I hit. Oh wait, no, that's good. That's good. Right, 16.
Okay, at 16, you avoid the first one.
We're gonna do all these. 18,
18 avoids.
and that is. Am I adding agility or strength?
It's your agility.
13.
A 13 avoids all of them. All right.
Okay, here
And
we go.
Bart.
First one is 19.
All right,
Second
you avoid.
one is an 18.
18.
Third one is a 16.
Jesus.
There we go. Clang, clang, clang.
These little things, they jump on you, and they're like trying to scratch at you, and you guys are just like pushing them off of you because they're these squat things made out of blood clots, and they just look disgusting, and they're not scary.
They need to die.
Exactly. You feel like you can just step on them.
I'm a little concerned about disease transmission through blood contact, but
Don't worry, I'm dead already.
All right, 2 of them are going after you there, Mr. Clooney.
I spent my round transforming into Machete Monkey, so I am now in monkey mode, correct?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay. 2 of them are attacking me.
Yep.
My defense rolls are a DR 10 in monkey mode. I have rolled my dice, and I have acquired a 13 along with a 6, so I will take damage from one of those.
All right, one of them runs up and slashes you across the throat, dealing 2 damage to you with its disgusting toenails.
My armor gives me a minus a D2, so I take 1.
Okay. And Cod, same thing. 2 of them run up and they're trying to claw into you with their toes.
Okay, so 13 and 15.
Okay. They do not find you. They hear you crying,
yeah.
but they're just running around in circles trying to find you, and they cannot find you. So that is going to bring us over to you, George Clooney.
Machete Monkey does Machete Monkey do, and I'm going to jump at one of these things and slash at it with my machete.
Okay, one that's already been hurt, or no?
One that's already been hurt.
Okay.
RPG strategies here. Nat 20.
Oh, yeah.
Do damage.
Damage, D6.
so there's 2 of them.
You roll 2 of them.
2D6. Why'd I do that?
Jesus Christ.
Well, that was a 6 at
Nobody
least.
knows why you did
I
that.
thought I had the lid on. I was excited. Listen, I got a 6 over here, and then a 5. It's 11 fucking damage, baby.
You
Right
got
now,
so
you-
excited.
I got excited.
You really did launch that. That's
I don't
great.
know why I did that.
So,
Sorry.
with your machete, you hack off the arm and the top half of one of their heads. You chop through the body of another one, and then through the leg of another one, and that
yeah.
hobbling one is still like lunging at the rest of you
I
guys.
let out an ukugok
As
and hold my machete up.
I'll hold my swords up. Ukukak!
Ukugok!
It's not the time to glory in the kills. Please continue. Focus.
So
Focus.
there are still 8 of these things, and what I can tell you is everybody go ahead and make a presence test real quick.
That is not good.
Oh, that's a 6.
11.
7.
15.
Okay, 15, 11, 6,
7.
Oh.
7. Okay,
Yeah.
who got the 15?
That's me.
Okay. You can hear what sounds like the ticking of 1,000 legs coming towards you.
I think more may be coming. Cod, is there a way out of here?
Straight ahead.
And it seems like it will be here in a couple of rounds.
We might need to run. We'll need to bolt for
All right,
it.
and that's going to go to you, Cod.
Okay. Okay,
You
I'm
just
gonna,
watched 3 of these things get wiped the fuck out.
I'm emboldened. I'm gonna try to shoot the one that's like whatever the next one in our path towards where we need to go.
Absolutely,
is.
yep.
So I've never shot a gun in this game before. Is it agility?
It's presence.
It's presence. 10.
A 10 is not going to do it.
I cry harder.
Much like throwing the bullet.
Well, you gave it your best, Mr. Silverington.
You kind of shoot like over all of these things, and you guys hear the bullet enter into the meat cavern of just like squish.
Ooh.
And that's going to go around to you there, Blevitt. One of these things is bleeding and like hobbling towards you,
Well, that's coming down.
and it's screaming no.
No. 7.
A 7 isn't going to make it. Its disgusting toenails curl as it's like runs toward you, and it begins licking its fingernails almost as if it is going to try to jam them into you. And that goes to Bart.
So I'm gonna look around and say, we need to get out of here quickly. And I'm going to go ahead and close my eyes for a second and start saying those magic words, and I am going to try and catch Thalassomancy.
Thalassomancy, okay.
Yes, so gotta make a presence test. Come on.
Ocean man.
Yeah, so that is a 20 dirty.
Okay, that's gonna do it.
So that is going to be...
So what is
So, D2 plus presence creatures, their lungs fill with water for D4 rounds, doing D4 damage per round.
Oh my god.
So, rolling a 4 plus my
Yes.
3 presence, that's 7 creatures.
Oh my god.
Who's will choke for 2 rounds, and they're gonna take 4 damage per round.
Okay.
So I just close my eyes, tap my swords to my crown, and probably speak out in some guttural Aquian language, and then just spread. You'll just see water begin to shoot out of their mouths as they begin choking.
Was that French?
So there were 8 of these things left.
Nice.
You watch 7 of them just like stop and begin spewing water out of their mouth while the last one is still hobbling itself toward you.
And now, what is it saying?
It's screaming,
Oh, okay.
but now it sees that the rest of its companions are choking and it's screaming, no!
Well, the other one's like,
Yeah, exactly. And so, yeah, this one with its dirty toenails that it's licking, it's actually going to go for you, who
makes
has
sense.
just tried to kill all of its friends. There, Bart, go for it.
Still wish to stand against the king of the sea. Damn it, that's...
I shall expend an omen.
Bless you, Mr. Clooney.
It's my only one, so do a good one.
Yes,
Nice
that
job.
is a 13.
That is a 13. All right, fantastic. This thing does not make it to you. So these things are all lying on the ground, except for that one. They're all lying on the ground, choking when we get over to you, George Clooney.
Onward, deeper into the mines.
To freedom!
Ook.
Ukukak.
And I move, I run, I start running.
Okay, yeah, fantastic. You guys can just start running away. That little, that other little one, it's not as fast as you guys. It has stumpy little legs, and you guys chopped into its leg. But it's going to start screaming, no! And it's going to keep following you.
Oh,
It's real far behind you.
Cool.
fine. So I'm following Mr. Silverington.
Yes, I'm
Consulting?
consulting my belly and leading the charge.
You're navel gazing.
Ah, funny.
Actual
Ah.
navel gazing.
Yeah, that
Very
was
nice.
funny.
It's like a joke I made.
Oh my fucking god.
As you run for just a little bit longer, you then begin to hear a chorus of "No!"
Yeah.
And you hear what sounds like, I'm just gonna say it, giant centipedes feasting on these things.
Oh, that's very specific. I know that sound. That's a giant centipede.
Sounds just like a giant centipede. You're right.
well, I don't believe we've seen a centipede, but a cigallopede, and they've got to be similar.
Ooh, yes. I think they make similar
Oh,
noises.
the cigallopede. I love it.
Can we hard cut away to the cigallopede for a second?
Yeah,
Is
we
it
hard,
okay?
we hard cut over to the cigallopede that you guys killed like weeks ago.
Just rotting.
It's just rotting on the ground. And actually, it is being haunted by that
Oh,
ghost
hell
that
yeah.
you guys freed a few days ago.
Nice. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Some closure on that. Nice. Hard cut back.
And actually, what you also see over in that town is that the two cities, like the two towns, have banded together, and they realize that you left them there just to die, and they have all drawn terrible pictures of you, and they're all making sure that pictures look similar enough to you, and they're all seeking you to find you and kill you.
I'm not absolutely certain why the teeth were so drawn so poorly on me. And George's, I mean, they're pristine.
People tend to take a little longer on portraits of me. It's just star power.
It's nice to be remembered, I think, as well. So,
You guys don't see it.
no, I know this is our outer commentary.
Now,
As the characters. Oh, it hurts my brain.
It's too meta. It's too meta.
now these tunnels, this tunnel that you're in, it curves around 1,000 times, just like bending back and forth and back and forth.
Are you sure you're reading your belly right?
I mean, you can look at it yourself.
Are you reading it upside down? Is my concern.
Oh shit.
I drew it upside down.
We don't have time to argue with
I'm still
the
following.
Batman.
I'm just asking.
And now, Cod, you know that at one point you're going to reach to an area that it's going to be very hard and very tempting for you to just stay and watch for a little bit. And you are to that area now.
I'm gonna say, if you can help it, keep your eyes to the ground.
What horrors await us?
It's unspeakable. And unknowable.
Okay, I guess I'll keep my eyes kind of to the ground.
Sounds like good advice.
Yeah.
Sounds Cthulhian.
Cod braces himself
Yeah.
and steps around the corner. And is anybody going to peek?
I'm gonna
even
peek
a little bit.
I'm gonna peek a little bit.
Oh man, it's really tempting. I have
I am
3
a
eyes.
good crewman. I shall look at the ground.
Okay. George, I don't think you can help but peek.
I have to peek. But I do cover my 2 normal
Okay.
eyes with my hands, and then look with the
Yeah, for
third
sure.
monkey eye.
And Cod, you can't help but look at
I know,
this.
I know,
You
I
know
know.
what this
Yeah.
is. This is the place where all of the tubes converge.
Oh.
This is the actual pits, where the oceans are meant to live in peace, but where only the strongest get to live. And they live and survive on the piles of food and flesh that they've gathered from the rest of the oceans. This is where the actual orgies take place. For those who can survive the tubes.
Oh my God, is that an orgy? I see.
Wait, what am I missing?
For the love of God, look in the pit! I'm sorry, Mr. Silverington, I can't.
If there are several orgies, does it mean they're all part of one big one?
Those are logistics I've never had the opportunity to cipher myself.
There is some kind of orgy/war happening right now in this huge pit. They have built walls out of like the bones of others and like old crusted potato chips mashed together with saliva and stuff. Like they have built separate rooms out of this huge pit. And there are battles happening in there. There are orgies going on. This place is a bloodbath and a cum bath.
You thought about
Yeah, you thought about that.
Thought about not saying it,
I
but
think
I
I
have
made the wrong decision.
I know what the new merch is gonna say.
Yeah.
Cum bath. Can we change the name of NCRP Productions?
We just call it Cum Bath
Cum Bath Productions.
I'm sorry to say, that's probably taken. I mean, I would just assume that has to be taken, right?
I mean, a new Patreon tier, $10 level, cum bath. You know,
$10?
This is foul. I quit game.
There we go. We found the limit. We found the John limit.
$10 comeback. Would $50 be better? I mean, what?
No,
Yes!
$50 the bukkake level. There.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
All right,
Cod.
cutting.
Cod Silverington.
I'm not looking, so I don't hear about the cum bath. Let's move on.
I hate seeing my friends like this. Is there not some way that we could allow them, that we could let them loose? Clearly, you have no love lost with the people who were running this island.
I'm gonna put my hand on your shoulder, and a moment comes upon us.
Ah, we have a moment.
There was a time when maybe they could have been freed. There was a time when they still retained their humanity, but now they're lost to the tubes, and it would be crueler, I think, to tear them from that. Look at them down there, and the squealing and the goo. Could you imagine them anywhere else?
You're right. They're not the people I once knew.
They're gone.
They're gone. This is heartbreaking.
I think you need to say goodbye before we go forward.
Can I approach the plastic?
yeah, absolutely.
I
Are you still in monkey form?
not anymore, baby.
Oh, you turn back into George
I gotta
Clooney.
turn into George Clooney.
As you approach the plastic, an old friend of yours, Bernie Mac, coated in scars and blood dripping down his face, he approaches and presses his hand against the glass, looking you directly in the eyes.
I put my face against his hand
Okay.
on the glass, and I go, Bernie, you were the best among us. It should have been me. It should have been me.
He begins dragging his long fingernails down the plastic, and he says, "Join us."
Bernie, my place is not with you. My place is on the open ocean. Rule among the oceans, as you should.
He begins pounding on the plastic, and he starts to chant, "Clooney is here. Clooney is here." You begin to hear the echoes of the rest of them starting to chant as all of them start pounding on the plastic around you. They're all starting to pound, and you can feel the vibrations as the plastic starts to crack.
We need to get out of here.
Get the fuck out of here!
Run! Mr. Silverington, get us out of here!
I begin sprinting to freedom.
You dash down this hallway, and as you dash, knowing that you have been on this island for, most of a day, you have not slept, you definitely need to sleep. Off in the distance, you hear the clanging of a bell, a large celestial bell, as one more seal breaks. Psalm 6:3. And Thelia shall have her will, and drink all color from the world. As you all see that you turn completely to grayscale as you exit these tunnels and find yourselves staring at an entirely black ocean. And that's where we'll end our session.
I had so much fun tonight.
Clooney is here!
That was funny. I'm beyond words. That was amazing.
Oh, good. I'm glad
was
you guys
great.
liked it.
Tune in next week as NCRP Productions presents Episode 18. Thank you for joining us on another NCRP Productions podcast. We couldn't do this without you, so please like and subscribe everywhere we're found, including YouTube, Facebook, Anchor, Google, Apple, Spotify, and other great podcast sites. If you'd like to help us continue making more content, we'd love to have your support on our Patreon. And if you have any feedback for us, please feel free to comment on our podcasts or email us directly at ncrpproductions@gmail.com. That's ncrpproductions@gmail.com. And we'd like to give a special shout out to our current patrons, MD Parker 4, Chef Francis, Crowman 76, Loading Mad Cat, M. Coling, November Stevenson, and Rosix 13. Thank you all. We truly, truly appreciate it.